Hello everyone, I am Shivaji Gadadhe, teaching system and mechanical engineering here. We have seen in previous lectures the classification of energy and forms of energy. Now we will discuss today what is the difference in the renewable and non-renewable energy sources, which is very important. You can see here which are the difference between renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Renewable energy source is the produces power by using resources such as solar radiations from sun, wind, and animal wastage, etc. So this is the renewable energy sources or non-conventional energy sources, which is not finishing from the earth. It is producing then non-renewable energy sources. It is not renew. That's why it called non-renewable, like coal, natural gas, petroleum oils, etc. If we compare this in today's or present condition, then petrol prices is about 100 rupees, and compared with the diesel it is higher, compared with the CNG it is higher. So these sources, petrol, diesel, natural gas, petroleum oils, are finishing after some interval. So it is very important all human beings go for the renewable energy sources which is available in the abundance, that is sun or solar energy, wind energy. We are using very small part from that because it gives large energy, but on the earth the electromagnetic radiations is very less, and human beings are taking very small part from that. Similarly for the wind, it is producing by the temperature difference of the ocean and land, so it causes wind. Then in case of the renewable energy, they can be used again and again, therefore they will never get depleted or exhausted. It is very important. But in case of the non-renewable energy sources are getting depleted or exhausted day by day because they cannot be reused to generate power. Then supply. Their supply is unlimited. Just we have discussed regarding the sun and wind. But in case of the non-renewable energy sources, the supply is limited. If we discuss about the pollution, renewable energy sources are having the less pollution because and from the wind there is no pollution. But non-renewable energy sources gives more pollution. What about cost? Cost per kilowatt power is more with reference to the capital cost, Cost per kilowatt power is less with reference to the capital cost regarding the non-renewable energy sources. Then running or operational cost per kilowatt power is less with reference to the running cost regarding the renewable energy sources. Cost per kilowatt power is more with reference to the running cost regarding the non-renewable energy sources. If we discuss about the thermal power plant, or that is also known as the steam power plant, this energy is producing electricity with the help of using coal. In the boiler, the coal or fossil fuel is used there for the heating of water or producing the steam. So, in thermal power plants, heat energy produced by the burning of the fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, or natural gas is used to heat water and change it to the steam which rotates the turbine of generators to produce the electricity. So thermal power plant is one which is used to produce electrical power on a large scale that we have discussed in the last lecture on the pie chart, near about 60% all over the India. The steam power plants are used in which the chemical energy of fuel is utilized to generate high pressure, high temperature steam in a boiler. So, the steam is used in a turbine to produce mechanical power, which is finally converted into the electrical energy by an alternator or generator. This is represented here, that is combustion chamber is there in the boiler. So in the combustion chamber required fuel and air in case of the thermal power plant. Then it is converted. There is thermal energy that given to the boiler. It feed water is giving to the boiler. Then it is converted into the high pressure steam. This high pressure steam is going from the nozzle with a high velocity. This high velocity steam is enter into the turbine which is rotating, so produce the mechanical energy, and from that this turbine is coupled to the generator, so it converted into the electrical energy. So this is very important how the air and fuel is converted into the electrical energy with the help of this thermal power plant. Now, which are the components in the thermal power plant? It is very, very important. First one is the blower, air preheater, furnace, economizer, boiler, steam turbine and generator, condenser and condensate extract pump, feed water, cooling tower, condenser, water circulating pump. So these are the very important components used in the thermal power plant. In that, very important is the boiler here. So in case of the boiler, it consists of water or fire tube boilers, feed water supplied from the economizer is first converted into the wet steam in water tubes and then into the superheated steam in the superheater. Due to the heat supplied by the hot flue gases, steam is generated at high pressure in the boiler. So, high pressure steam is generated in the boiler. So, it is converted into the or saturated steam. That means it is again converting into the wet into dry steam in the superheater. So this is very, very important, and then supplied to the where it is used. So this is very, very important here. Boiler function in case of the thermal power plant. Then which are the advantages of thermal power plant? Fuel is cheaper, cost of fuel is less. They can respond quickly with changes in load on the plant. Space required is less compared to the hydroelectric power plant. Then cost of electric power generation and its initial cost is less compared to the diesel power plant. Then what are the disadvantages of this thermal power plant? Operation and maintenance cost is high. Time needed for erection of the plant is high. Large quantity of water is needed. Coal and ash handling poses a serious problem. Then pollution causes health problems to workers and inhabitants near the thermal power plant. These are the disadvantages of the power plant. So in today's lecture, we have seen the components of power plant, their advantages and disadvantages, and function of the boiler, which is very, very important. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.